What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts. Right about now, we're jumping into another very heavily requested tune. This one dropped over the weekend. We're already just getting around to doing it now. The sounds of Smallgod featuring Kidi and Darkoo. It goes by the name Falling. I'm absolutely buzzing to get into this one. A big fan of all three of the artists. All three of the artists tend to get a good reaction on the channel, so hopefully you guys do enjoy this one. As always, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. My hat is not straight, and now it is, so we can crack on. Let's get into this one then. I'm very excited to see how it goes. It's a full video. The video dropped on Saturday morning, I believe, or Friday night, one of the two. But yeah, let's see how it sounds.
Sugar daddy, Smallgod,
Really spacey sounding arrangement. Sound wicked.
it's DJ on the beat.
Again with this, like, just before we jump into the main thing, this is a high budget video. Look at how well it's shot. Like the kind of color grading going on, really clean. Everything just seems really bright and almost like kind of cloudy, but in a good way, you know. Instrumental sounds nice as well, kind of following on from a similar theme, working very kind of spacey sort of pad textures and synthesizer lines in there. The whole thing just has this really kind of floaty texture to it. Really nice. Minimal drum work across the intro. I think we might be onto a bit of a banger here. If this one lands the way I hope it does, we'll see.
Body is a blessing. You know they keep me stressing. My obsession. Anytime you need some sexing, baby, call me. Drop it low, make you go down for me. I want to see how you working that body. I want to know where you come from. You like a fantasy.
Man.
And baby,
This is the Kidi I like to hear, man. Kidi's so cold. Like, I don't know what it is about the way he approaches instrumentals. He just has this ability to kind of just lift things, you know? Like, the actual vocal textures he's using, the harmonies he's using underneath as well, everything. It definitely has quite like a dancehall influence in the way that he performs. Not necessarily an influence, but there's a lot of similarities. The way he kind of lifts a tune, it almost sounds like he's toasting over like an old school system instrumental, which works really nicely. The video, again, looks fantastic so far. Really loving the approach.
girl, you got a man them tight. You like a drug to me. I want to know where you come from. You like a fantasy. And baby girl, you got a man them tight. I'm falling. Obini girl, I'm falling. Somebody's girlie, I'm falling. Obini girl, I'm falling.
The bass line on this is nutty as well. There is so much going on in the low end on this one. The bass line is so thick, like, it's weird. It's almost like encapsulating the entire low end of the tune. Now, it's going to be really interesting to hear how that develops alongside the vocals, whether it kind of gets thinned out as the tune goes on, because there are likely to be some more sort of lower-ended vocals as it goes on, so we'll see. But working really nicely again. Really clean percussion on this one, really nicely processed. It's got a really nice sort of sharpened bounce to it. And again, instrumentation's really nice. Still got those floaty pad textures doing the majority of the melodic work. It sounded great.
Somebody woman, I'm falling. Obini girl, I'm falling. Somebody woman, I'm falling. Obini girl, I'm falling. Somebody woman, I'm falling. I'm falling. Shawty get me high to the morning. Come right, jungle lover, no darling. If you want chop smart, just call me. Oh baby.
It's a really nice transition between vocals as well. Again, I'm loving this new set we've got here with the sort of green background, the tellies and stuff. I don't know why, it's just a really cool setting. And again, loving the more sort of electronic sounding vocal we're now getting into. A lot more kind of digitalized, but again, it still has that kind of natural feel. The whole tune has an electronic feel, but the vocals are the thing that are kind of humanizing it. You can still hear that natural melody within the vocal lines we're getting on this one. Love the switch up. I love the fact that this is constantly changing. And I feel like, considering the tune is 2 minutes 39, you have to pack a lot into 2 minutes 39. You can't really have any repetition. So I'm hoping that continues to be the theme as we move forward.
Cause there's a million things that want me, but you got me stuck on you. I got a billion things that's falling, but I spend my time with you. In my drug shorty, in my potion. You're the thing where they giving me devotion. If they won't try you, I'ma have somebody.
There's a really cool thing happening with the instrumental as well. You've literally got these rolling snares and claps that are kind of attached to each other. They sound quite wooden, quite organic, quite very percussive in the way that they're hitting. But there's this really nice sort of reversed string line, which is just kind of going just in the background, and it's just giving the whole thing slightly melancholy textures, but it works. It gives the whole thing an extra sense of harmony. It gives the whole thing a lot more color sonically as well. It feels like a very sort of packed out instrumental, despite the fact it is very digital. Like, it doesn't feel like it's difficult to connect with, if that makes sense. Like, it's got the human elements there, and this is a really cool collaboration, man. Everything we've heard so far has worked. The transitions between the vocals has really worked. Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
Hurt somebody, I'm out to hurt somebody. Hurt somebody, I'm out to hurt somebody. Yeah, yeah. Hurt somebody, I'm out to hurt somebody. Obini girl, I'm falling. Somebody's gully, I'm falling.
Yeah, how thick that bass
girl,
arrived.
I'm falling.
Like, that is a tough bass line, bro. Like, there's a lot going on there. Like, the whole low end is just... This would be amazing to hear on a proper system as well, I can't lie. But again, the transition really, really smooth between the two. Loving the approach from everyone involved as well, I've got to say. It feels like quite a well thought out tune. This doesn't feel like a sort of quick studio session. This feels like one that they've sort of thought about. Although there are elements of it that are moderately generic, it does feel like this is a tune that's come together with like the sort of best intentions to create something that works in numerous environments. This would work in a club, it works at home, it works on the radio, it's got wide applicability, and I think there's likely to be a kind of thing, if you got the radio edit for this sent through, I reckon the bass line is slightly lessened, because that bass line is tough. I keep going on about it, but it's tough.
Somebody, woman, I'm falling. Obini girl, I'm falling. Somebody, woman, I'm falling. Obini girl, I'm falling. Somebody, woman, I'm falling.
You can hear that reverse string there. Her eyes are amazing. Also got some sort of horn text just floating into the background as well. Like, the whole approach to this is really interesting, man. Like, the instrumental itself, if you took the vocals and drums off it, you'd have this really nice sort of very digital sonic soundscape. But then when you add the actual drums on top and you add the vocals on top, it turns into a much more human sounding creation. This has been such an enjoyable tune to listen through, I can't lie to you. What we're going to do, we're going to let it run through to the end, and then we'll give our final breakdown there. Soundscape, man. Beautiful. There we go then. The sounds of Smallgod featuring Kidi and Darkoo. Very much love both the verses on this one. I love the transition between the two. Highlight-wise, the hook is very catchy. Like, that's a catchy, very simple but very easily applicable melody. As I said, this has wide applicability in regards to being played at home, being played on the radio, being played in the dances. It can fit all three. It works in all three areas. The bass line's tough. Percussion really clean as well. Loving the actual sonic landscape that we hear throughout this one. And again, the transitions between both of the vocals works really nicely. I can see this one doing really well, to be honest with you. It's got that catchy element to it that I very much did enjoy. Now, if you enjoyed the tune, please let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you like about it. Let me know which verse you actually preferred, and we'll go from there. As always, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff, and we'll see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.